Well, we have quite a bit to talk about this week, and much of the western half of our nation is experiencing what we're going to see influence all of our weather through the rest of this work week. Right now, looking across the Golden Triangle region, 60 degrees is our temperature mark, and that wind at south-southeast 12 miles per hour continuing to push up some south air, a little warmer for what we've seen over the past few weeks here in Starkville, but that's all going to contribute to our temperatures across much of the state. 62 in Tunica and then 61 to Jackson. Only seeing a little bit of drop a little further to the east at 57 in the Golden Triangle region. Now, much of the area, as I mentioned, is seeing a little bit of action over on the western half of our nation. Seeing this next weather maker, already a little bit of circulation right there. Seeing a lot of development with this, a rather historical system, actually going to increase as it moves a little further south. Seeing all of the cloud coverage associated with all of this just across the north and northeast, and dipping down into the south, we will continue to see this thing strengthen and bring us a lot of action. Now, this thing is going to bring us severe weather and then possibly a little bit of snow after it in the later morning hours of Wednesday, but we can definitely see this thing pushing in and just really compressing over the state of Mississippi, showing just how much concentration there is for the severity associated with this. Seeing a lot of rain, focused areas with the precipitation amounts, especially in the delta and a little further to the southeast. And then we also have a lot of chance for gusty winds. I mean, we're talking 20 to 40 miles per hour of gusty winds during the day tomorrow with sustained winds around 15 to 20. So not a light situation. And we around the south don't necessarily handle wind situations very often. So also with that, possibly seeing some tornadoes as is expected with severe weather. But we want to make sure that you monitor that and make sure you maintain a plan of order for what's going to happen if something were to arise with this system, because it's very powerful and, as I mentioned, possibly bringing some snow behind it. Big cool down thereafter, and that will greatly influence our weather. Seeing temperatures, wind chills just decorated across the state. Seeing a definite line there. Still some rain about 7:15 p.m. on the eastern half, but then a little further west. Look at that, 30 degrees at Greenville, and just that definition there of the separation. Very uncommon to see two drastic temperatures on two opposite sides of our state. But putting this thing in motion, just seeing it get really dreary once again Wednesday around 7 a.m., wrapping up that transition and seeing things very cold. Now, getting into today, as I mentioned, that warmer air continues to push in, getting the air up to 60 degrees. It's a very warm temperature compared to the things we've seen, although weekend's weather did bring us some nice sunny skies. Going to continue to increase that cloud coverage, get us far away from the nice weather as possible. Cloudy and humid conditions tonight will continue to persist with that southeast wind about 10 miles per hour, getting us into what we're hoping is going to be a very big day in the weather world on Tuesday. Very big system pushing through, clearing out on Wednesday, and then not really much to speak of. After that Tuesday event, we're going to see some fairly nice conditions, still really cold though, across the southeast region. Thank you once again for joining Campus Connect. I am Aaron Warden.